talking about allowing it, I wanted to quickly talk about Manchester United's transfers and departures this season and give you my rating. Now, overall, if I had to rate it off the top, I would give it a 5 because I was not very confident that we would sign anybody. So off the basis of not being confident we would sign anybody, the fact that we signed some players, not enough in my humble opinion, I'd give it a 5. If we didn't sign the goalkeeper, I'd give it a 4, but I think a 5 is probably fair. So we're going to scroll down here and give you a quick synopsis on who's out and who's in. So in terms of players in, it's been fairly obvious to me, and I'm sure to most of you guys, that the addition of Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha has been an incredible upgrade in United. They are clearly a level above, a step above. There, you can see the quality of those players whenever they get on the ball. I just wish we had more of them in the squad throughout because they are incredibly good football players, incredibly brave also. They look incredibly resilient as well, with the exception of Cunha, who kind of pulled up injured the other day. But still, and we got them at really good ages too, right? 25 and 26. So I'm really happy with that. Really fucking happy with that. The only signing that I wasn't too happy about was Benjamin Sesko. I would say, personally, if it was me and I was in charge, I don't think we needed to sign Benjamin Sesko. Because I don't think Benjamin Sesko is a considerable upgrade to Rasmus Højlund. I personally think Rasmus Højlund is better. This is my humble opinion. I'm going to die on that hill. I think Rasmus Højlund is actually better than Benjamin Sesko, but I think Højlund obviously performed poorly last season, and he was made to look worse because he was playing in a shit team. We finished 15th, proof is in the pudding. And I think once he kind of gets going at Napoli, we'll see how good he actually is. And I predict, most likely, he'll end up scoring more goals in the league than Benjamin Sesko will for us. But even if you don't believe me and you don't think Højlund's better than Sesko, you can't deny that Sesko is not like a big level up from Højlund. Sesko is not an Isak, you know? He's not an incredible level up. So if it was me and I was in charge, I wouldn't have spent that 76 million on Sesko for a player that's just a couple levels above Højlund or one level above. I would have spent that money in the midfield. And maybe a fullback. Because I still think because we got linked with Carlos Baleba, right? The Brighton midfielder, the incredible Brighton midfielder, right? Who plays number 6, number 4, number 8 position, but essentially has the strength and the power and the running speed, leg speed to kind of carry the balls big distances, receive the ball in tight spaces. He kind of reminds me of like Casemiro when he was at Real Madrid, and younger as well. He could receive the ball on a half turn, pass it, move, tackle. Really, really all around great midfielder. Probably the next. I think he's even, in my personal opinion, I think he's even probably got a higher ceiling than Caicedo, who's at Chelsea now but was previously at Brighton. Long story less long, we needed that sort of player, that sort of profile. The fact that didn't happen is a big problem because, in my opinion, Ruben Amorim's system and style of play relies heavily on having a certain profile for certain positions. And at the moment, I don't think we have the adequate fullbacks that he would like to play his brand of football. And I don't think we have the adequate midfielders he would like to play brand of football. Now, he should still get more out of these players that he has available. But without those signings, it's going to be very difficult for me to see us finishing in the top 10 or us having any luck in the fucking cups that we're still in, like the FA Cup and stuff. I don't think so. I think that's a big misstep. Because the biggest misstep came actually when Ruben Amorim was signed mid-season and we didn't sign many players in the January transfer window. I think that transfer window, we only got Dorgu and Heaven, 2 really young players. And they didn't really back him then, which was make no sense because they hired him mid-season. Why would you hire a manager mid-season and not back him in January? Whatever, that happened. But now going forward, it kind of feels like to me that they made another mistake by not getting a midfielder and also making Højlund leave. I think Højlund should have stayed as backup to Sesko in case Sesko has a bad run of form, gets injured or whatever, because now we don't really have a backup striker. The only backup striker we have to play in that position is maybe Cunha, maybe at a stretch Chida Obi, but he doesn't seem to be in favour with Amorim at the moment. So there's a lot of issues going on there. So I would give that transfer window a 5. When it comes to the outgoings, super happy because all the players that wanted to go have gone. I'm happy for them in their career. If I was being really picky, I would have said I would have liked us to have kept Antony. I think it's very hard and very rare to get left-footed players. There's not many of them, especially with who've got good ball control, good retention like Anthony has. But I think for Ruben Amorim, Ante just isn't fast enough. Same with Sancho, just they're not quick enough. But I also think Ante would make for a mean fullback. I swear, if Anthony was able to kind of put his ego and pride to one side and play fullback, I think he'd be an amazing fullback. I think he would smash it at fucking left back. But unfortunately, he left. But I'm happy he did, because he's able to go to Betis and he's able to kind of be received there with love, given the confidence there, number 7 shirt, everything. Fucking amazing. Also happy for Højlund. Although he wanted to stay desperate at the club, he gets to go to another club on loan with the option to buy, and he gets to fucking, show out in the Italian league, which I think he's obviously used to, and I think he's actually going to kill it there. Happy for Lindelof. He's got a new club, went to Villa. Sancho also went on loan to Aston Villa. He doesn't seem like he enjoys playing for us anyway, so he can go over there. So congrats to him. The only one I'm upset about, to be honest, too, would be loaning out Toby Collier. If we didn't sign any midfielders, we should probably recall him back from West Brom. And I also wasn't that happy about sending Harry Amas to Sheffield Wednesday, because Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, they're in fucking free fall. They are horrendous, and it's probably going to do more bad than good to go to a team in the Championship that's really doing bad and struggling on and off the pitch. So I would have probably kept Harry Amas as an option to play fullback, and I would have kept Toby Collier as a midfield option if we didn't sign anybody. So that's why I'd give the window a 5 overall, a 5 out of 10. But, I'm not really, anticipating anything crazy happen this season anyway. I'm just hoping that we don't get relegated. But if we do get relegated and it brings the end of the Glazers, I'll be super happy. So I'm in a weird position right now. But it is what it is. It is what it is.